What's up, you guys? My name is Daniel. This is Down to Play Games, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. I guess with a little bit of a different spin. So, for those of you guys who don't know, I actually started this channel last summer, and I was really interested in getting things going. I started off with Dark Souls 1, but as the school year started, I found it pretty hard to balance everything out between schoolwork and homework and extracurriculars and YouTube. So I ended up putting it on the back burner for a while, and now that summer break has started up, I felt that it was the perfect time to bring things back. So I find this to be an almost perfect solution to the long break that I took because Dark Souls 1 has been done quite a bit. Dark Souls 2 has also been done quite a bit. But Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, very recent release, and I've played a tiny bit of it, just enough to know that the game has actually been changed very radically, meaning like enemy locations and layouts have been changed. The basic maps and stuff are all obviously the same as Dark Souls 2, but because of how central combat is to this game, it feels totally new. So, yeah, I'm excited to give this a shot. From what I've heard, Scholar of the First Sin also has all of the DLC within this package as well. So, because I haven't played through any of the DLC, this is just going to be a straight playthrough through Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. I'll be new to what they've changed in Scholar as well as new to the DLC areas, but yeah, I'm really excited. Let's get this show on the road, and I guess we'll start off with the intro cutscene.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Alright, things betwixt. Let's jump right into it. So, just a quick caveat, I am playing online, so that's what these phantoms are. They're other players, actually. So, yeah, I guess you guys will have the entertainment of watching me die to invaders and things like that. But, yeah, with this, what do you, I don't really know what to call this. Do you call this DLC or a re-release, a director's cut? I don't know. But with Scholar of the First Sin, I'm extremely excited because just for your, I guess, just so you guys know, I did play through a little bit of Forest of the Fallen Giants, and I did find out that some of the areas have changed from last time in terms of enemy placement, and that excites me tremendously. But I'm gonna have to finish this thought later because we're about to go into another cutscene.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name? At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be?
Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Zack Fair, baby. Probably my favorite of Square Enix characters. For those of you guys who don't know, he's from Final Fantasy VII. I guess we'll do this. I won't spend too much time on character creation. Don't worry. Let's see, he's got black hair. We gotta make it. We just gotta make him look a little bit more Asian. 'Cause that's what he is. Let's see. And he's got blue eyes from the Mako infusion. Let's see. Let's make you a bit more orange, a bit more yellow. Yeah, there we go. I'm honestly just fine with this. I don't want to mess around too much with the way the guy looks. I always end up screwing it up anyways, so yeah, I think we're gonna start off as... I think we're gonna just start off as a warrior. Yeah. I'm thinking to do a 40-40, 40 strength, 40 dex character. For flavor's sake, but yeah, let's hear what else the old firekeepers have to say.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going home. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You'll lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Alright, well, let's hope we don't. So I'm gonna take this hat off. I've never liked the way this hat looks. It's all about the fashion souls, baby. Alright, so we're gonna head out and get the stone ring really quick. Which is right back out here. So, because I've played through Dark Souls 2, vanilla Dark Souls 2, I know where, well, unless if item locations have changed, I know where most of the important items are, so I'm not totally new to, yeah, it looks like this is the same. It's actually been a while since my trial playthrough of, or the trial run of Scholar of the First Sin. But, as I was saying, I mean, I've been a huge Souls fan for a long time, so hopefully, we're not going to be losing our souls over and over again like the Firekeepers were saying, but you never know. I mean, it is Souls after all. So, yeah, along with that, I don't really feel the necessary. I don't really feel the need to do this very, like, tutorial style. I mean, sure, like, I'll be explaining things about my build as we go along, but, yeah, I mean, I'm assuming a lot of you guys, if you have never seen this game before, I mean, you know, I guess things can be explained, so if you guys have any questions, you guys can just go ahead and ask them, and they'll get, hopefully they'll get answered in due time. But yeah, we just picked up the stone ring, additional poise damage, I believe, which is very useful. I'm not entirely sure what weapon I want to use, which is kind of why I'm doing the 40-40 strength dex thing. All I know is I don't really want to, I don't know, I find magic kind of boring most of the time, so we're not going to dabble much with that, but yeah, I haven't actually decided what weapon, what our main weapon is going to be for this playthrough, so we'll try out a bunch of things and find what we like. Pick up the torch here. But one thing right off the bat that I noticed is the contrast between light and dark seems much larger in Scholar of the First Sin as opposed to Dark Souls 2. Because if you look, like, these rooms that have no lighting, they're already a lot darker than they were in the original game, and some areas where there's actually no ambient light, it's very hard to see. Which I personally think is really cool, because one, you get more use out of the torch, which is almost useless in the vanilla game. Two, it's more realistic. Three, like, it adds in the whole fear factor when you can't see what's coming up ahead, you know? So, all in all, I mean, I'm totally for that. So we're just gonna be powering through here. But along the topic of being a Souls fan, I don't own a PS4, so I haven't actually well, okay, I've tried Bloodborne on a friend's PS4, but I actually haven't had the chance to play it much on my myself. So I'm actually in the process of saving up for a PS4 right now, but once I get one, there are quite a few things down the road that I'm very excited to be playing on YouTube. And we have the crows here.
You, give it Mood. Yes, you! Give us Silky! Yeah. Tonight, that's Mood. Yeah! Silky smooth!
Alright, what do we get?
You!
Oh my... Huh, that's interesting. You know, I swear, like, there's something about Souls games where they have some kind of sixth sense, or I don't know what it is, because every time I make some kind of an executive decision, the game always decides to provide exactly what I don't want. So, you know, we're not doing a magic-based build or anything, and of course the freaking Channeler's Trident is the first thing to drop from the crows. Except, to my knowledge, I have seen the Channeler's Trident used in non-magic builds with poison. Because I'm pretty sure one of the attacks on the moveset has really rapid attack, allowing you to stack up poison really quickly. But I don't know. I don't think that's something we're going to be messing around with too much. Alright, let's hop in through here, and right up ahead is one of the first few things that I noticed is different. There's a petrified statue blocking our way, so it makes me really curious what's going on in this room, if there is anything different. Because you see there's basilisks, the archer is still there from the base game, so it makes me curious what is on the other side over there, but we don't have a way to get past this petrified statue yet. Blocks our way, so we're gonna have to come back here later, which I hope I don't forget to do. Now, one of the things, at least to me, that I complained about when I first played this game was... Wait, I feel like I just heard something. Head, try stomach. You gotta love the message system. But as I was saying, one of the things that I complained about when I first played this game, wow, that's bright, is... So, this game is a sequel to Dark Souls 1, which is one of my favorite games of all time. I personally regard that as, like, one of the most notable games ever to come out in today's market. And the thing is, like, Dark Souls 1 was, for all intents and purposes, well, at least from my perspective, a perfect game, just because it has a really deep plot. It gets you very closely engaged with it. It has such a high level of player autonomy, not just in terms of the story, but also with, like, the progression that you choose to take, the path that you're going to take through the game. Wow, I'm getting some really bad frame rate issues. if the frame rate issues keep persisting, I'll try to investigate it and see if there's a way to resolve that. I apologize. But as I was saying, Dark Souls 1, there's so much player autonomy in terms of the path that you choose, in terms of the storytelling, and the gameplay is fun, it's challenging. I mean, I still die playing that game, no matter how many hours I've put into it. And overall, it's just one of my favorite games of all time. And the level of detail associated with the various elements of the plot is just absolutely astonishing, just because little things like grass or a corpse with a particular item, things like that have plot significance in Souls games, which, not to say that they don't in this game, but there are quite a few things that seem a bit more arbitrary. Like, if you look back in the direction where we just came from, things betwixt, we're in Majula right now, this rundown village, but let's see, yeah, I picked them up. That right there is where we came from, things betwixt. And it's not even like it's, you know, in some mountain or whatever. I mean, I guess you could say it's underground, since the elevation seemed to be higher at the exit than the entrance, but just little things like that, I started to question whether, like, things really mattered or not. But I'm gonna be interrupted by an NPC.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey. Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrin. Bearer of the curse for...
Alright, so this isn't a lore playthrough, so I don't know, my personal decision is not really to do much with NPC dialogues. I'll probably end up doing a couple quests for the sake of items and, you know, like weapons and armor and stuff, but yeah, I mean, I wanna, there's plenty of people who do stuff like that, and for this particular playthrough, I'm mainly just interested in what this game has to offer in terms of the gameplay, because from what I saw, it seems to be pretty different. So yeah, that's that. Let's equip the Estus flask. And I know I don't have too much time left on this episode, but I do want to make sure we at least get somewhere, right? So yeah, let's head into the Forest of the Fallen Giants. I know there's a couple NPCs that I could talk to, but let's go fight some stuff. Let's see. Oh, this doesn't actually have any magic scaling. Huh. Maybe I'll give it a shot later. Did it have magic scaling or intelligence scaling in Dark Souls 1? I feel like it did, because that's what I feel like I'm basing my thought process on, but I don't know, I could just be entirely wrong. I'm gonna put it past me to be wrong every once in a while. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, I'm sure you will have noticed the brightness is significantly different as we turn that corner. So it's moderately bright and then it darkens immediately. So, oh gosh, I didn't realize you had to be here for this thing to open. But yeah, like, it's significantly darker, which I find really, really cool personally. Alright, let's head in through here. Hopefully I won't die making the jump that's about to come ahead. And again, I apologize about the frame rate issues, guys. I don't know what's going on. My computer is more than equipped to handle this, because I've done this before. So I'll investigate this once I finish recording. And right up ahead, there's already the first big difference. This guy wasn't out here in the vanilla game. And let's hope I don't die because of the frame rate issues. Oh gosh. There's one in there here. Sit. This Morningstar is actually doing some good damage. Well, if I hit him. I guess that's a caveat to any weapon, right? Just a couple more hits. Now there are a couple things that I noticed as I was starting this off that whoa, that was weird. I don't know if you noticed, I just suddenly did a lot more damage on that last hit. That was really weird. Huh. But as I was saying, when I started this a couple weeks ago, I felt like there were several things that harken back to Demon Souls with the gameplay, just like the way you're kind of forced into fighting against more enemies than usual, and just like the different enemy locations. I don't know if there are actually patrolling enemies in this version of the game so far, but that would harken back to Demon Souls like very, very closely. But I like that personally. I mean, you know, like, I guess with bosses after a while it can be kind of annoying when the only... Oh gosh, this guy behind us. I forgot about him! Good thing these guys don't really do a lot of damage. Yeah, that wasn't bad. But yeah, like that. Like, we're forced to fight more than one enemy, like, which changes things up quite a bit. And when it just comes to, like, fighting against normal enemies, I personally am all for that, just because it makes you a bit more cautious. It punishes you for just running into things just because you have a lot of health and heavy armor. So, like, it just makes things more interesting overall. Alright, let's S this up before we go, because I know there are quite a few enemies in this next area. God, this frame rate is really bothering me. I'm sorry, it's probably really getting to you guys as well, and there's not much I can do about it in game, so I will work that out once this episode is done. Oh, hello there, coming at me with no weapons. Okay. I guess a weapon only matters if you can hit your target. So yeah, this is already very different because, like, all these corpses on the ground. There used to be a Haid Knight here, I believe. Wait, is this guy? Okay. You can never tell if they're actually dead or not because the corpses don't actually disappear in this game. Well, I guess some of the corpses disappeared. But it's not like Dark Souls 1 where the body physics were absolutely hilarious. Let's head up here. Let's go back up. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? That was really odd. Okay. I wonder where he came from. Was it? Oh, it might have been from up the ladder. I don't know, maybe? Alright, and if I'm not mistaken, there is a short sword up here, which I would much rather use than this Morningstar. Ran out of stamina. Whoa, that was interesting. Did I deflect that backwards? With my strike? Huh. Alright, let's equip the short sword. Much better weapon. Well, I guess much better for me. I prefer the moveset a lot more of this weapon. And because we're going 40-40, it's basically a quality build minus the fact that we're actually maxing out our strength as opposed to leaving it at some lower value. So I think we might try things like the straight up longsword or the claymore, just in the spirit of Dark Souls 1. Alright, let's pick all these things up. The only thing that just came to my mind that kind of worries me is with how quickly durability runs out in this game. I wonder how much of an issue that's gonna be. Because if there are a lot more enemies as compared to the vanilla Dark Souls 2, then that's gonna be an issue. We're gonna have to do something with repair powder or backup weapons, maybe both. Pretty sure the jumping dude is still here. Yeah. Quick and easy backstab. Oh, there's another guy. See, I say that I started this earlier, but I still had, like, I'm still gonna be very much surprised by the enemy locations. Oh gosh, I forgot there's 2 enemies here. As I was just saying that. I love that R2 chain. So good. Shoot, maybe we'll just end up using the short sword, I don't know. I mean, then again, there are plenty of other weapons with good stabbing R2 chains, but I just adore the moveset on this weapon. Let's get out of that situation. This guy... Isn't there... Yeah, you. Oh man, this frame rate's killing me. Oh gosh. Bastard swords are killing me too! Oh man, oh man. Let's grab a life gem. Okay. Alright, cool. Whew! Got a little worried there. Alright, this is a buckler, right? Yeah. So it looks like item locations are generally the same. I mean, I guess with items that drop from corpses, they're... Huh. Actually, a question just came to my mind. I wonder if that's, like, a part of map design or something like that. Like, if these are actually part of the map, or if these are, like, kind of like NPCs or enemies where they're put in, like, as individual objects. Huh. Oh man, this frame rate is spiking insanely. But anyways, I mean, we've come to the end of the episode. This is a good stopping point anyways. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is Down to Play Games, and I will investigate the frame rate issue, and hopefully next time it won't be as bad. But yeah, anyways, thanks for sticking with me. We'll see you guys next time. That's not the right button. See ya.